So after hours of searching the internet and some very exhausting pauses in between, after clicking through dozens of money gurus, you find it. The holy grail of getting rich quick. The one place where all the wisdom of humanity peaks. Wallstreetbets and its meme stocks. So you read and learn some more, and your great moment comes. On your crusade against an evil hedge fund, you dump your money into a worthless stock. You see its price rising, higher and higher, skyrocketing to realms no stock has ever been before. You can't believe your eyes. It's happening. But then, it crashes. While others have made millions, you cry, still holding the worthless shares. All your hopes of becoming the meme stock king shattered, and all your money gone. Quite a sad story, isn't it? Anyway, in this video we learn how to potentially find the next big meme stock, how to distinguish a good opportunity from just a short pump, look at some tactics you could use, and talk about why all of this is a mind-numbingly dumb idea. So let's dive right into strategy number 1. The problem with Wallstreetbets, of course, is that it's basically organized chaos. Many of the posts are just people trying to push their own weird stock they pulled from under an ancient rock or somewhere and get deleted right away. So how do you find stocks that are talked about a lot and that could potentially be the next big trend? Well, you could just read through all the posts and count how often certain stocks are mentioned, which I unfortunately did because I didn't know any better, or you could just use a handy little tool that does all of that for you. Just go to swaggystocks.com, click on Wallstreetbets, take a sentiment, and there you go, a list of all the stocks that are currently talked about. So easy. Yeah. Fuck my life, dude. But now, what do we do with all that? Well, let's look into a few examples. Here's the stock that goes by the excellent name of Wish. It has a market cap of around 970 million. So if the whole horde of degenerates goes for this stock, they could push it quite away. While other companies like Apple or Tesla with market caps of 2.8 trillion and 900 billion are way harder to push. So step number 1, go for companies that are relatively lightweight. BBY or Bed Bath & Beyond, a name you might have heard in conjunction with Wallstreetbets, is such a relatively lightweight company. By clicking here, you can open up this very interesting sentiment chart. You can see how comments on BBY and Wallstreetbets exploded from around August 4th to August 9th. The cool thing is that during these days, BBY's stock price was still far from its later high. So that was our potential point of entry for this trend. So step number 2, look for stocks where comments jump up like that. It means interest in a company is rising and so might its share price in the near future. But don't skip step number 3. Look what stories behind the trend. The backstory is probably the most important thing in the strategy. And that is where something like Wish fails. It's an okay company at best, with no real vision, with the potential of maybe going up a bit. But the story behind it is just meh. There's no big fight for something great. The same happened with Kodak. It was just a short Wallstreetbets gamble that lasted only a few days before crashing more than 70% since then, because it was also lacking a strong backstory that brought people together. Remember GameStop? Yeah, that was the perfect story. It was not about a successful company, but about a noble fight against the elite. A clash with the biggest of hedge funds. This is the type of story that moves a lot of people. And it did. With a lightweight market cap of just 400 million as of 2019 or around 1.3 billion by the end of 2020, it was easy to push. And of course, long before its share price peaked, comments on Wallstreetbets exploded. So as you can see, strategy number 1 is a relatively safe call. Just make sure you cash out after making some profit to avoid losing everything. And now on to strategy number 2. For this, we follow the amazing example of this kid called Jake Freeman. He made 110 million in less than a month by trading a meme stock we touched before, Bed Bath & Beyond. And here is how he did it. The investor Ryan Cohen, same guy that made $3 billion on GameStop, and by that a very important figure in the meme stock world, bought a lot of call options on Bread Bagel and Beyond. A call option is a bet on a stock going up, in case you didn't already know. And that got a whole lot of people very excited, because they saw the possibility of BBY becoming the next GameStop, the possibility of the MOAS, the mother of all short squeezes. Basically an infinite money glitch where everyone buys the same stock, pushing its price up, which then forces hedge funds to also buy more of the same stock, pushing its price even higher. But now back to this guy and his action plan. Step 1, he's a math major, so he's apparently very smart. A word you usually don't hear in a video about Wallstreetbets. And he got himself an internship at a big hedge fund. That was probably useful, so do that if you can, I guess. Step number 2, collect $25 million from friends and family. Something you do every day, of course. Quite a casual move, isn't it? Your average retail investor right there. Step number 3, invest your millions in a meme stock right when it starts to gain traction. And step number 4, while the majority of the meme stock community rushes in to push the price up, he cashed out, just the day before Ryan Cohen announced he would sell its entire position, which caused BBBY's share price to drop substantially. You could call Jake's timing impeccable, as the Washington Post does, or you could think that maybe he knew some things that others didn't. But what do I know? That's up to the authorities, so good for you, man. Good job. And now for the third strategy, which is my personal favorite. It is also the ultimate shortcut to success and wealth. Step 1. Either buy a bazillion coins of a cryptocurrency that was created yesterday, or buy into a worthless company that no one ever heard before, and then step number 2, wait for Elon Musk to tweet about it. Yeah, as I said, my personal favorite. And now that you've come this far through this amazing piece of video, let's try to wrap our 2 remaining brain cells together in an effort to think clearly. Just for a second to realize how, I already said it, mind-numbingly dumb all of this is. I think reading for Wallstreetbets is a lot of fun. I just love the subreddit and the people in it. But if you want to invest anything in the stock market with the goal of building some level of wealth, you're better off just following any random passive investing for beginners tutorial on YouTube. The stories in Wallstreetbets are exciting, but the fact remains that if you invest this way, you're most likely going to lose all of your money. Their fight against hedge funds is kind of a noble thing, although it's not very successful, and I for one think that some of what hedge funds do since the beginning of time basically is just stupid. And if you say you're just in it for the fun as well and have a few life savings to spare, then go for it. I'm looking forward to reading your post on Reddit. But if you're not investing for fun, but for your retirement or any other sensible goal, your strategy should have nothing to do with gambling whatsoever. A lot of people lost their money with BBBY because they thought Ryan Cohen is the good guy or something. Others lost their life savings on Dogecoin because they thought Elon Musk was the good guy. When it comes to investing long term, your strategy should not be based on trends or the statements of a celebrity. You should invest in a broad market with the goal of making gains in the long run. The promise of quick money is tempting, and there will always be a lot of opportunities to gamble away all of your money. Just make it a habit not to invest in things where one random guy's tweet decides over your future. There already is a forum full of people that do that for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching, leave a like if you like, hit that bell or go to hell, and